With me today is Steve Law. Steve is the author of our cap rate data center market update from March 2025. Welcome, Steve.
Yeah, thanks, Steve. Good to be here again.
Good to have you. I'm really impressed by this update. It's exciting. It's fascinating reading, mainly because of the volume of activity in this sector. It's a fast-moving sector. But tell us, for investors, how healthy is the outlook?
Yeah, since the last time we talked, there's been just a massive amount of new investment dollars that have been announced. So just despite recent challenges with, announcements from AI operators, investors are still very bullish on this sector.
Yeah, but you mentioned challenges. Let's start with the disruption you open up with in the report, China's DeepSeek initiative. Can you just tell us about that evolution and how it threatens the sector?
Yeah, I mean, technology by its nature is disruptive. So with the announcement from DeepSeek this year, it shouldn't be a huge surprise, but it was. As AI is evolving, the data center sector will become, a little bit more susceptible to shocks from AI. But I think it's important to remember that, cloud storage and internet traffic for, the Internet of Things is what drives the bulk of the workload in
Sure,
data
sure.
centers. Yeah.
So now they've got over the shock, there's still an impressive volume of deals in the pipeline. I'm not going to repeat them here, but the bottom line for investors is the pressure that this activity puts on cap rates, the downward pressure on cap rates.
Yeah, for the past, at least third quarter, fourth quarter, or actually, I guess for the past 2 years, there's been significant downward pressure on implied rates for data centers, relative to the commercial real estate industry as a whole. Um, this quarter will be a little bit more challenging with, some of the macro headwinds that we're going to be dealing with. But overall, the data center sector has been a winner overall.
So put all this together in a nutshell. What are the challenges to this mammoth amount of activity?
Yeah, I mean, power is still going to be the biggest challenge for the data center industry for quite a while. There's the scalability of electrical grids is not quite as fast as putting up brick buildings, but once they
So
get
it's not so much space as power capacity, providing enough power to the users.
right, yeah, and especially with the more and more people are starting to use electric vehicles, other other things that are using electricity. Data centers are still struggling to find enough power to power these facilities.
Okay, so it's a sector to watch. And what does the mid to long term look like?
I think midterm is very good. There's still significant below historical norms vacancy rates in all of these data centers. So, as more product comes online, it'll be it'll be occupied fairly quickly. The long term will be a little bit more tricky, just as the nature of technology is. It's really hard to say how big of an impact AI and cloud storage is going to be in the future.
Yeah. Well, obviously, we'll have you back here as you track the trends, and we look forward to the next discussion. Thanks,
Yeah, it's
Steve.
been great. Thanks, Steve.